What's happening, Will? What are we doing?
We're gassing up the dinghy. I'm gonna go chase some snapper and some kingfish too.
Yeah, we're on a mission. We have met up with Will here. He chucked a message up on the Spearo Forum saying he was up in the far north and was looking for a buddy to go for a swim with him. I thought, perfect opportunity. So we're heading out there, and like Will said, we're looking for snapper and kingfish. Yeah. Quick boat ride, made it to the first spot. We are going to try and shoot a snapper here, probably just on a bit of a snoop. We probably won't set any burley, but I don't know. If it looks real fishy, maybe we will set a burley. A bit hard to say. There's a chance we'll run across a kingy here too, so let's hop in and see if we can find something. G'day everyone, welcome to another video. We got stuck straight in this spot, and this dive is pretty typical of an average snoop. So what I've done is I've dived before the ledge, got down really nice and low, and now I'm approaching the ledge. And I peer over into the gutter, and what I'm hoping to do is find a snapper asleep here somewhere, parked up. So yeah, just take my time looking through the gutter, come over the side, have a look down here, just keeping my eyes peeled, but unfortunately I don't really find anything in this area. So yeah, we ended up moving on, and by this stage we'd dived a couple of spots that weren't really any good, but we finally got to this spot, and it was a pinnacle that comes up to about 10 meters deep, and it's got about 40 meters of water all around it, and also happens to have a few of these nice pink mau. So I line this one up, take the shot, and completely miss. God damn it, I missed! Never mind, there's plenty of pink mau here, and what I need to do is just be probably a little bit more patient. So on this drop, I just focus on getting down to the rock. And I've got pink mau all around me. I probably could have shot any of these ones, but I just decided that I would get to the rock and go from there. So yeah, make it down to the rock, and when I see these two here, I take a shot at one and manage to get the shaft into it. And with that, we're on the board with a nice fat pink mau.
See if you can work that out.
So that pink mau ended up getting all tangled in the shooting line, so I gave it to Will to untangle. He was stuck on the boat because he was having some sinus troubles. He sorted it all out for me. I got reloaded and I headed straight back down there. And this time I am dropping onto a couple of pink mau mau and I'm going to try and shoot them before I get down to the rock. And when it's like this, you have to just have a really slow approach. So I just really calmly approach this fish, and when I'm close enough, pull the trigger. Get a nice stone shot into this fish, and yeah, that's number 2.
This one's real pretty. Look at the colour in it. Almost purple.
Almost a magenta.
Yeah.
I end up shooting a couple more pink mau mau in quick succession. And then after dealing with the 4th pink mau mau, I am getting ready to drop again when I see a couple of kingfish cruising underneath me. So yeah, make a quick drop on them and check them out. And they're not very big kingfish, but when I see one that I think's probably going to be legal coming behind them, I decide I'm going to take it. So yeah, I line it up and I squeeze the trigger and get an awesome shot into this fish. The shaft goes through, hits the spine, breaks the spinal cord, and the fish has absolutely no fight in it. So first order of business is to get the knife out and cut the bloodline by the gills. Get all the blood out of the meat, makes it keep in the fridge that bit longer and a bit nicer.
It's only a little fella, but I thought it points on the board, so to speak. Sorry? No, it is all the way through. I've tried to push it back through, but it's not coming through. Just thought it might be easier for you to do on the boat.
So once again, it was pretty useful having Will on the boat to sort out the shaft, and he managed to get it out of the fish without too much trouble. And I go straight back up there and drop again, and there's still a couple of kingfish hanging around. And since I know Will has got a bunch of people to feed, I decide I will shoot one for him as well. So I patiently wait until this one gets close enough and then reach out and squeeze off a shot. And once again I get a lovely spine shot and the fish just turns upside down. Unfortunately, at this point, my camera battery dies. Well, it's time I gave you guys a bit of an update. We have dived a few spots and with mixed success. First couple of spots were pretty no good, but the last spot I managed a couple of kingies and 4 nice fat pink mau mau. So the bin is looking a lot happier, My mate here, what's happening?
Hey, well, I've essentially just been hanging out in nature listening to the docile tones of the 2-stroke Mercury because my sinuses have been playing up. But it's been nice. Gonna give it another go and see if they've settled down.
Yeah, the old sinus trouble. It's a bugger when that happens. You're like stuck on the boat watching everyone else dive. It sucks. So yeah, he's had a bit of time to chill out now, and we're gonna try this next little shallow spot, hoping for crays and maybe a snapper or two, and hopefully the sinuses will clear for him. After a while, I find this nice crayfish tucked up under a boulder. I take a bit of time getting myself set up, getting my hand nice and close, and then I get a grab on the crayfish. Unfortunately, he backs up into his hole and wedges himself in there, and he is wedged tight. I'm pulling as hard as I can and I can't move him. I try switching to my left hand and pulling him from a slightly different angle, but I still can't move him. So I end up getting both my hands, one around each horn, and with one final big tug, I managed to get him out. And I'm headed to the surface with a really nice big crayfish.
Oh, that's not bad. Wicked fight. Man, he wedged himself in there. Oh, I didn't have my camera rolling, but I just scored this guy, or girl I should say. Hopefully she's legal.
I get my measure, find the female side, get the tail in the measure, and it looks like it's well over legal.
Easy legal, nice.
We move on from the crayfish spot, and by this stage I'm pretty well done. So the goal now is to get Will onto a nice snapper. So he had shot a couple of silver drummer, and we took them to this spot and burleyed them up. Coming back about 15 minutes later, I was pretty keen to see what was turning up on the burley. I approached the ledge really slowly and calmly. I'm really trying to keep my body low and trying to stay hidden by the kelp. I haven't got my gun on me at this point. I've decided I've shot enough and it's Will's turn to shoot, so I don't want to spook the burley before he gets there. But peering over, I can see a couple of reasonable snapper on there. So, yeah, Will gets there, he checks it all out. And then finally sees a snapper that he wants to try and shoot, so lines it up and pulls the trigger.
Wow. Missed him.
Yeah.
Fair few in there already though.
Yeah.
I might just freshen it up a little bit and we'll go away and leave it more and then come back and see if we get another chance.
Yeah, sounds good.
I grab one of the silver drummer back off the floor, cut a whole lot more chunks off it. I really find that getting a really good chunk trail on your burley really helps. And then head back down, put it under a rock again. We give it another 15 minutes or so, and then we come back for another look. There's not as many snapper on the burley this time, but there's a couple in there that are probably worth shooting. Will ends up lining up on one and taking a shot. And yeah, he's made no mistake this time. Got a nice shot into the snapper and pulls it to him. And it gives it the icky and also cuts its gills, bleed it out. After that snapper, we go away from the burley and just went exploring, probably for half an hour or so. And then we came back, and I can't see it here, but Will is lined up on a nice snapper. He gets the shot away and the snapper tears off.
Let it run!
I take a look at it and realise the shot is really high and there's a good chance that the snapper's going to rip off. So I tell Will to let the snapper run in the hope that he won't put too much pressure on it. The fish swims off for a big run before it eventually runs out of steam a little bit, and Will is just starting to pull it in again when the spear rips out of it and it swims down into the kelp. Luckily, I can still see the fish. Got really nice viz here, and I am just watching it swim in under the kelp. The wound from where the spear had gone through it was really standing out to me, so I was just able to follow it and watch it, and in the end it parks up next to a rock in a little gutter here. I stay watching it and just wait till Will gets there. I point it out to him, but he can't see it. It's pretty hard to see, and the only reason I can see it is the wound that it's got on its back. So he hands me his gun and I make a drop on it. I come down over the ledge, reach out and make my shot. And yeah, I drive the spear straight into the snapper's head. I was going for the stone shot, but I don't quite get a stone on it, but I've got a really nice shot in the head, and this snapper is not going anywhere.
Yes!
Fuck yeah. Awesome.
Yeah!
Oh, nice.
Well done!
We found it.
Yeah, I followed it. Because I saw your shot, I saw that you were quite high.
Yeah.
I didn't even see it when you were shooting at it, because I was in the wrong angle.
Yeah.
But then I saw it take off and I saw that you were quite high.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's what I said to you, let it run.
Yeah, wasn't a great shot.
Yeah, because they'll, like, snapper when they're injured will just hole up somewhere like that one did.
Yeah.
And then I sat over the top of it and I was going to go down and try and angry knife it.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, wait, he's going to come with the gun and I'll put him on it. But yeah. Yeah. Yes. Ah, wicked. Successful mission. Yeah. You overcame the sinus pain.
Yeah, came back and succeeded in diving about 1 metre to get the snapper. Yeah.
Whew.
Some chompers on it.
Oh, look at my top down shot too. I was going for the stone and I thought it'd stone it, but I must be just too far forward.
Yeah, because it kind of got most of the way through, eh? But
yeah.
Not quite all the way. It's like all the way through the
yeah.
cavity. It's quite brutal.
Yeah. Well, we're back on the beach. What a cool trip. Pretty damn stoked. Will has just gone up there to grab the wagon. We'll put this baby back on the trailer and we'll be heading back off. I think what we'll probably do is put the boat on the trailer, go back to Will's and lay the catch out there. Be the final wrap up there. Ciao. Well, by the time we got back to where Will was staying, it was way too dark to film the catch or wrap up or anything. So I'm at home, I'm doing it now after I've just edited the video, but turned out to be a great day. We had plenty of fish, which was great because Will had heaps of people staying with him. So he had a whole stack of people to feed, and I took home a nice feed as well. So yeah, pretty mint day. That's pretty much it for this video. I'm gonna say thanks for watching, and you know, if you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Cheers.